Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field.
Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And here we go from Miami. Brings in the kick at the 9. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. So the Jets take the field for their first drive. They're led out by the 4-time MVP who's been in this league since 2005, Aaron Rodgers.
As a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win.
He's taken down. The Dolphins rush gets home. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. They motion Lazard over right. Another try following the sack. He'll get this complete to Lazard. Decent gain here, but short of the first. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Rodgers here from the gun. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Dolphins got it! And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Man, this is a tough ask of your defense so early in a game, Brock, sending them out on short notice and a short field after you fumble it away.
But these are the critical moments defensively you got to live for, right? This is called sudden change. They practice this, and it's your time to put out this fire.
And this is down all the way to the 3. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal. Mostert takes it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Raheem Mostert, the touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Return starts at the 9. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Rodgers set to pass. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
And the Dolphins are there to bring him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. Tyreek Hill deep for the Dolphins. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it'll be Dolphins football. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down. They motion the tight end over. Tua out of the pistol. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Staying on the ground here with Achan. Across midfield at the 45. And he's all the way down to the 32-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10.
24 more yards. That's another Dolphins 1st down.
Tua now from the gun. Able to find Achan. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Achan running to the right. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Tackle made by Chuck Clark. And it's a nickel look from the Jets. 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. On the move, headed right. Oh, he's gonna run for it. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
Jason Sanders for the Dolphin field goal. A 47-yard kick.
Aubrey puts it through. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Trey Tucker to return it. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, Rodgers. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. Pass didn't work on 2nd. Let's see how that affects this 3rd down. Pressure comes, Rodgers. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down. Thomas Morstead on the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. He has it at the 13. And he's brought down before the return gets far. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. And here in the 1st, already up to a 10-0 advantage. Vacates quickly left side. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Achan on the inside give. And he found some running room for a nice gain. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 3.
Oh, and they're going to have the fullback trying power for him. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. So we're through 1 quarter of this AFC East contest. It's a 2-score game early. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Rolling out to his left. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Okay, you'll often hear me talk about setting an edge. Well, think of it this way as well, especially with a bootleg. You want to be like the jaws of a defense. You want to just keep him inside. Get those jaws a-closing, and there's no escape valve for the QB then.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Now it's Jake Bailey who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss and now gets this one away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Jets and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And he's found many a gift in the end zone this season. As we work through December, he is currently tops in the league in rushing scores. Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Jukes one defender. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field. 2nd and 3 now. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He's taken down. The Dolphins rush gets home. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Blitz coming for Rodgers. Gets out of trouble. And they get to him again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Thomas Morstead heading back out for the punt. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Begins his return at the 16. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. The Dolphins send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Tagovailoa working from the pistol. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it, he watches the tape the next day, and he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the 1st down.
On again comes Jake Bailey to punt this away. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And he drives this into the pouring rain. Takes this in at the 25. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And it'll be Jets football. Now here comes the New York offense. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. They start the drive with Hall. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Play fake. It's Rodgers. Pass taken in by Freiermuth. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Finds his target, Hall. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. That It's 16 on the pickup. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. They go right back to home. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York first down. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. The Jets trying to make some noise before halftime. To the air here on first down, Rodgers. Buys time, rolling right.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Hall there to haul it in. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. They're now set for 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He's on the move. It's out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 23. Able to hit Hall, complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. The Jets take their first time out. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Gets it to him on the screen. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Running back sent in motion. He brings it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you get on the off.
And he hauls it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets make it a 1-score game before halftime. Pat Freiermuth, the touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
We will not get another play here, Brock. That's to an E. Time's going to run out on the half. So we've reached halftime down here in Miami. The Dolphins have the lead. Now we'll send you up to Orlando, our studios there, for Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports. Gonna have to make those halftime adjustments on the fly today. We're skipping right through to the start of the 3rd quarter. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. To return, here's Raheem Mostert. Returns looking good so far. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Here comes the Miami offense for the opening possession of the 3rd. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the 2nd half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be first down, Miami. Going play action, Tagovailoa. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Throwing again. Here's Tua. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 27 on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down. Second half begins with a run by Achane. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Tackle made by Chuck Clark. It's Mostert on second down. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Forced out to his right. He's running for it. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll be first down, Miami. Working inside the red zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's Achane up the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 13. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Tagovailoa now against the blitz. And he's going to go down. Jets brought the pressure and got to him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Aubrey puts it through. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
He stopped on the return at the 27. The Jets and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And as he continues lighting up the stat sheets this season, we can see he's still chasing one man for the NFL lead in passing yardage. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They start the half with a give to Hall. And he's tackled for a short gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. And that's brought in by Lazard. And he's brought down for a loss.
A good RPO play, it takes a lot of time. Proper decision-making from a calm, cool, collected offense. Well, that one didn't have any of it.
And the Dolphins are there to bring him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Picked up at the 38. And he's brought down before the return gets far. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it'll be their football. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Has a man, it's Achane. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. All right, here we go, 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
Tua off the play fake. Rolling into enemy territory. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. First down, Tagovailoa to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it. That's a really good job by the defense right there. Doing something I hear all the time in coaches' meetings. I want to keep that quarterback in the box. I want to put a fence around him. Don't want to let him get out and make a big play breaking the pocket.
Escapes the pocket, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
What a great opportunity for him. You can almost feel that bounce in his step. Facing a southpaw, and he gets to rush the blind side. Well, anytime he beats that right tackle, it just comes down to his closing speed and his finishing ability at the quarterback.
4th down, and on comes Jason Sanders for the Dolphins field goal. Ball spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. Aubrey puts it through, and that'll make it a 2-score game.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Brings in the kick at the 9. Good looking return here, and he's got room. The Jets offense now set to take over. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Finds him over the middle. Rolling into enemy territory. Now he's past the 25. He does it! Touchdown, New York! The Jets shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Point after converted by Zerline. And the Jets cut the lead down to just 2.
Jets 14.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Mostert on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Defense showing blitz. Tagovailoa fights off the pressure. He's going to keep it this time. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
42-yard line.
1st down. Here's Tua. That throw behind his intended target. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He's on the move. He's on the move. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Dolphins football. We'll see if they can close things out for a win. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing on 3rd, Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up 4th down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline, and now their offense gets a chance in a one-score game.
So the Dolphins readying for the punt. Jake Bailey's gonna kick it away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Jets are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. And a man is there to knock that away. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Has him on the quick hitter. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. All right, all set up now, 1st and 10. On the quick slant, it finds Adams. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down. Again, Rodgers. Fits it through the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Give him 24 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Rodgers. He'll get this complete to Lazard. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. A give to Hall now on the option. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets take a 4th quarter lead. Breece Hall with the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets jump in front now by 5. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Mostert on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. And it's still largely a rough outline, Brock. Not a finalized picture just yet, but our playoffs are starting to take shape. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. In motion left is Beckham. On 1st down, they're going to start out with Achane. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Rolling left, buying some time. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38.
That's good for a Dolphins 1st down. First and 10 at the
On first down, here's Tagovailoa. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they're going to be down close to the 35 as he goes out. First down, ball at the 36.
Dolphins. First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, a give to A.J. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
On the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34. Connection made to Raheem Mostert. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. Tua now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 21-yard line.
Here's second and 7. He's on the move. And they give to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
An 11-yard loss on the play. Brings up third down.
He's back to throw. Flush down now to his left. He can run it. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Dolphins facing a 5-point deficit.
It's fourth down.
Well, best of luck here. It's fourth and a considerable distance. They send the tight end in motion. Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. And they get to him and haul him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Coaches challenged him to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They'll start this one out with Hall. Has a lane past the 45. And he works this down to the 41. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. Going to the ground again on first. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. First carry here for Braylon Allen. And that hit stops him in his tracks. The defense takes its third and final timeout. Third down give to Hall. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. That brings up a tough decision for them on fourth down. Oh, they're going for it on an option play left. On the move into the red zone. And he is all the way ahead to the 13-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on fourth down. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a road win for the Jets. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say so long from Miami.